No, don't. I'm a wing it guy. Okay, we're again here with Emily Hall, but this is my interview now instead of Stacy's interview that I honed in on a little bit. Now, you said something during Stacy's interview that jumped out at me. You said that after the election, classes had to be, the midterms were canceled. There were coloring books and people literally dealing with grief over the election. And my thought is, if these people are supposed to be, preparing for jobs outside, do people who actually hire take that into account, or is that something that? What was your reaction to all of this panic?
Yeah, I was shocked. I have been here for 2.5 years at the time. It was the middle of my junior year, so I was used to Harvard, but I was not used to this. I thought that people would get over it a lot faster than they did. They still haven't.
They still haven't gotten over the election here.
No, I mean, people have moved on. They're still living their lives, but I think people still want to rehash it, still want to talk about it. And I don't mind talking about the election, but I think at some point we have to accept Donald Trump is our president, and we should do what we can in order to shape the policy the way we want to. Whether that's your liberal agenda or my conservative agenda, I think that we need to accept the results of the election and move on. And that's what people have done with every other president.
Now, you mentioned that you're a Catholic and you had gone to Catholic schools before coming here. Now, there is a Catholic presence here on the campus. How has that helped you as a college Republican to deal with various things here?
Yeah, so a number of my friends on campus are Catholic and have similar political beliefs to me. And I think that that's been an incredible community. To see people that I see at Mass on the weekends and that I'm able to have political conversations with has been really valuable.
Now, the campus chaplainry, have you taken advantage of them there? Are they a nonpartisan chaplaincy from everything you've seen?
From everything I've seen, yes. I haven't super significantly engaged with the chaplaincy program here. I'm closer with my church at home, to be honest, and have more engaged with the students.
And if you don't mind my asking, what's your parish at home?
St. Mary's of the Visitation.
St. Mary's of the Visitation.
Great church.
I like the Visitation is good.
Absolutely.
Second joy for mystery. Now, you've said you're going on to law school from here, and plan to litigate. Have you thought about what you want in terms of not just job, but in terms of family?
Yeah, so that's actually something that I've considerably taken into account. I'm planning on going straight through to law school because I want to get my career started and I do want to have a family. And the more time I take off before law school, the less likely that both of those things happen. So it's definitely a consideration, although I found that on this campus, it's something that people are appalled if you're even thinking about it.
So, appalled that you're thinking of taking time off for a family, or appalled that what are they appalled at?
Appalled that I would make a decision based on future considerations about having a family.
Yeah. Now, maybe it's just because I'm from Fitchburg, but I can't grasp the idea that people would not be thinking. I just can't grasp it. Now, Harvard has a large foreign community. It's one of the elite colleges of the world, so you not only get elite people from Massachusetts and the rest of the United States, but you get elite people from all over the world who bring their own cultures, and many cultures very conservative. Now, do they feel more easy about expressing their conservative culture because people don't want to touch their cultures because they don't want to be culturally insensitive, or do they buy into the Harvard liberalism from what you've seen?
So I've seen kind of a mixed bag. It's really been both, depending on the individual. Most of the organizations that I'm involved with don't have a more American politics focus and don't have so many people from different national backgrounds. But from what I have seen, which is limited, it has been a mixed bag.
Okay, and I'm going to close with this. If there's one thing about Harvard that surprised you, and again, I don't know your background other than Catholic school. I don't know whether your father had money, whether you are here on a lot of financial aid, or whether you're working on whatever. When you came here, what was the biggest shock, other than the reaction to the election?
Yeah, so I think actually my biggest shock is interesting. My first biggest shock was how liberal it was, but my second aftershock, I would say, was that there are opportunities for conservatives here. And I think I'm one of the people who has most fully taken advantage of those opportunities, and it has so benefited me. I mean, I was able to work with Karen Agnes when she was a fellow here. She came to Harvard. She was willing to take that on, which was not easy for her, as a very conservative woman who got challenged at every turn. But you have opportunities to work with people like her, to get involved with new, and to do things like that I don't think you have on other campuses either. So that was my biggest surprise.
All right, well, thank you so much for your time and for spending this beautiful night with me and Stacey McCain.
Thank you so much.